Hello out there, football fans. It's John Kuzma from EndZoneBlog.com, and we're going to discuss the Jadeveon Clowney situation in this latest video. So, news broke out today, and I think it was Aaron Wilson from the Houston Chronicle who said that, Jadeveon Clowney prefers to play for the Philadelphia Eagles or the Seattle Seahawks, but it appears that the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets are the teams that are most interested in acquiring Jadeveon Clowney. So Clowney actually met with Brian Flores, who is the head coach of the Miami Dolphins. So you had to believe that the Dolphins are the front runner at this point. Now, from a competitive standpoint, Miami probably isn't at the top of anyone's list right now because they're probably the worst team in the league or near the bottom, them, Arizona, and some other teams. But, Miami does have some things going for them. One, obviously, if Flores and Clowney hit it off, they can, they can use that relationship. And by they, I mean the Miami Dolphins can use that relationship to swing things in their favor and make them maybe a good landing spot for Clowney. It's all about how Clowney responds to Flores and whether or not those two guys believe that they can, have, different agendas that can kind of mesh and work in the best interests of both of those guys. The other thing is there's a lot of worse destinations out there than Miami. Clowney, he played college football at South Carolina. Probably wants to be down south somewhere near where he's lived his whole entire life. For a guy like that, maybe going to Buffalo or Minnesota isn't that appealing. So, like I said, there's a lot of other destinations that are far less appealing than Miami. It's not hard to sell someone on South Florida. That's always a spot that guys seem to, prefer, even though the Dolphins haven't been the greatest team in the world recently. So the other thing with, the Dolphins is, if he goes there, he's going to be a part of a rebuild. They're overhauling this roster and doing everything they can to get the pieces in there that they feel can help long term. Clowney obviously will help with that. He's only under contract for one season, so I'm sure they're going to discuss a new deal and trying to get him for a much longer duration than just that 1 year because nobody wants to sell the farm for a rental player. And then New York caught wind of this whole situation, and then they started to bid for Clowney too because New York doesn't want this guy, the top defensive player that's pretty much available right now, to go to Miami, who's at the bottom of the AFC East, because that's obviously going to close the gap on the other teams in this division. So New York doesn't want Clowney to go to their arch rival and a team that they had to play twice a year, every single year. So they're trying to kind of, steal Clowney away from Miami. And, New York's one of the most improved teams in football. They added Le'Veon Bell. They got a lot of other good players that are coming in there that should be able to help out. C.J. Mosley. There's pieces there that make New York more appealing than they've been in the past. So if you're Jadeveon Clowney, it feels definitely like New York is a lot closer to winning than Miami is. But like I said, the relationship with Flores is a big factor. How they plan on using him is a big factor. Would you rather be in Miami or New York? I don't know. That's a tough one. It's a lot closer than, say some of the other destinations out there. But, New York, you can build a global brand there. There's so much media and so many opportunities in New York. Clowney could prefer that over Miami. we'll see who ends up getting him. But whoever does land Jadeveon Clowney and wins this trade is getting a very good football player, and they'll be much better because of it. I'm John Kuzma. Check out endzoneblog.com.